The mosquito spray most people keep under the sink gives them a short window of relief, and then the evening starts all over again. You spray your arms, sit down with iced tea, and 20 minutes later, they are already circling your ankles. But what if part of the answer was already sitting in the garden center for $3? Today, I'm going to show you 11 plants that can help make your yard less inviting to mosquitoes, not because they are magic, and not because one plant will erase every mosquito in your neighborhood. They work because their leaves, oils, and flowers release natural compounds that interfere with the way mosquitoes search for people. Used correctly, these plants become a living layer of protection around your porch, patio, back door, and outdoor table. Here is the key. Placement matters. A plant hidden in the far corner will not help while you are sitting on the deck, but the right plant near the right chair, grill, walkway, or doorway can make a real difference. Before we start, tell me in the comments, what state are you watching from? A humid yard in Florida, a dry patio in Arizona, and a cool porch in Michigan need different strategies. I'll mention USDA growing zones as we go so you can choose plants that fit where you live. Plant number 1, lavender. Most people grow lavender because it looks beautiful and smells calming, but mosquitoes experience that scent differently. Lavender contains linalool, a natural aromatic compound found in many fragrant plants. To humans, linalool can smell floral and relaxing. To mosquitoes, strong plant aromas can make it harder to follow the signals that lead them to us. Mosquitoes do not find you by accident. They track carbon dioxide from your breath, body odor from your skin, moisture, and body heat. When lavender is planted where people walk, sit, or brush past it, the plant releases more fragrance into that area. That is why lavender belongs beside the back door, near porch steps, along a sunny patio edge, or close to your favorite outdoor chair. If you live in USDA zones 5 through 9, lavender can grow as a perennial with the right conditions. It needs at least 6 hours of direct sun, loose soil, and excellent drainage. It does not like soggy roots. Once established, it handles heat and dry weather well. For best results, plant lavender in groups of 3. 3 plants around a sitting area create a stronger scent zone. When summer ends, dry the flowers for drawers, closets, and linen shelves. 1 plant can help your yard smell better, your home feel fresher, and your evenings outside feel more peaceful. Plant number 2, lemongrass. Most people know citronella from candles, but here is the problem with a candle. The protection is limited. A little breeze can push the scent away from the exact place you are sitting. You may smell citronella, but the mosquitoes can still find your legs under the table. Lemongrass is different. The plant itself contains citronella-related oils in its long leaves and thick stalks. Instead of burning for one evening and disappearing, it keeps releasing scent as it grows. That makes it one of the most useful plants to place near patios, decks, garden paths, and outdoor dining areas. Citronella does not work by destroying mosquitoes. It works mainly by confusing them. Mosquitoes follow a chemical trail toward human skin. They use smell to locate carbon dioxide, sweat, and body odor. Citronella makes that trail harder to read, like static over a radio signal. The mosquito may still be nearby, but it has a harder time locking onto you. If you live in USDA zones 9 through 11, lemongrass can grow as a perennial. That includes places like Florida, the Gulf Coast, parts of Southern California, and Hawaii. In warm climates, it can become a large, beautiful clump 3 to 5 feet tall, which makes it useful as a natural screen along a fence or patio edge. In cooler zones, grow it in a large container. Before the first frost, bring the pot indoors and place it near a sunny window. When spring returns, move it back outside. And here is the bonus. This is the same lemongrass used in cooking. Cut a fresh stalk for soup, curry, tea, or grilled chicken. 1 plant can help flavor your food, decorate your patio, and add another living layer to your mosquito defense. Plant number 3, basil. Basil is one of the easiest mosquito-repelling plants to grow because it belongs exactly where people gather, on the table, beside the grill, near the back door, or along the sunny edge of a patio. Most people think of basil as a kitchen herb, but its leaves contain natural compounds such as eugenol, citronellol, and limonene. These compounds help create the sharp, fresh scent that makes basil so useful in summer. To us, it smells like pesto, tomato salads, and warm evenings. To mosquitoes, that scent can make the surrounding area harder to navigate. Basil is especially valuable because it grows quickly in containers. You do not need a huge garden bed. A wide pot on an outdoor dining table can put the plant right where mosquitoes usually bother you most. Place another pot near the back door and one more near the seating area. Now you are not depending on one lonely plant. You are creating small scent stations around the spaces your family actually uses. There is another reason basil matters: standing water. Mosquitoes breed in bird baths, saucers under pots, clogged gutters, buckets, and low spots that collect rain. Some research has examined basil oils for activity against mosquito larvae, which means basil may support a broader natural strategy, especially when combined with removing stagnant water. But remember, no plant replaces the most important step: empty standing water whenever you see it. For stronger fragrance, choose lemon basil or cinnamon basil if your nursery carries them. They have a more intense aroma than standard sweet basil and can be excellent for containers. Basil loves warmth, sun, and regular watering. Give it at least 6 hours of light, pinch off flower buds to keep the leaves coming, and harvest often. Every time you pinch basil, the plant grows fuller and releases more scent. And the reward is simple: fewer bugs around your table, fresher food in your kitchen, and a patio that feels alive. Plant number 4, Lemon Balm. Lemon Balm belongs to the mint family, and if you want a plant that feels gentle, useful, and almost impossible to kill, this is one of the best choices. Its leaves carry a bright lemon scent from natural aromatic compounds, including citronella and citrol. Crush a small handful between your palms, then rub the scent onto your arms, legs, or the back of your neck before sitting outside. No spray bottle, no mixing, no complicated recipe, just leaves and your hands. Lemon Balm is not as powerful as an EPA-registered repellent, so do not treat it as your only protection in heavy mosquito areas. Think of it as a close-range helper for a porch, a garden bench, or a quiet evening watering plant. It grows well across USDA Zones 4 through 9, which covers most of the United States. It handles ordinary soil, grows fast, and forgives beginners. But the warning is real: Lemon Balm spreads. Plant it directly in open soil, and it may move into places you never planned. Keep it in a container or sink a pot into the garden bed so the roots stay controlled. The bonus is what makes this plant special. Fresh lemon balm leaves can be steeped in hot water for a calming herbal tea. Many gardeners use it in the evening because the flavor feels soft, clean, and relaxing. So, lemon balm gives you 3 things in one pot: a pleasant patio plant, a quick skin-scenting herb, and a soothing cup of tea after sunset. Plant number 5, rosemary. If you own a grill, rosemary may become one of the most useful plants in your yard. Most people treat it as a cooking herb, but rosemary is also a strong aromatic shrub that releases scent into the air even before you cut it. Rosemary contains natural volatile compounds such as 1,8-cineol, camphor, alpha-pinene, and borneol. Volatile simply means these compounds move easily from the plant into the surrounding air. That is why you can smell rosemary just by brushing your hand across it on a warm day. For mosquitoes, that strong herbal scent can interfere with the odor signals they use to move toward people. Again, this does not mean rosemary creates a perfect wall around your patio. But when you plant it near the grill, along a sunny walkway, or beside a seating area, it adds another layer of confusion to the space where mosquitoes usually hunt. Rosemary grows best in hot sun and well-drained soil. In USDA Zone 7 through 11, it can live outdoors as a woody perennial. In colder areas, grow it in a large pot and bring it inside before a hard freeze. Place it near a bright window for winter, then move it back outside in spring. Here is the backyard trick that makes rosemary special. Before grilling, cut a few woody sprigs and lay them near the edge of the hot grate, away from direct flames. The heat releases the oils into the air, giving your cooking area a smoky herbal aroma. Your food picks up a subtle flavor, your guests notice the smell, and mosquitoes are less likely to enjoy the space. Rosemary is also drought-tolerant once established, which makes it ideal for people who forget to water. One plant can season potatoes, chicken, steak, bread, and vegetables while helping your patio feel cleaner and more protected. If you want a plant that looks good, smells strong, survives heat, and earns its place beside the grill, rosemary belongs on your list. Plant number 6, peppermint. Peppermint is powerful because its scent is sharp, cooling, and almost impossible to ignore. The leaves contain menthol and menthone, two compounds that give peppermint that clean, icy smell. To humans, it feels refreshing. To mosquitoes, strong mint aromas can overload the scent signals they depend on. This is one of the fastest plants to use. Walk outside, pick one leaf, crush it between your fingers, and rub it lightly on your wrists, ankles, or the back of your neck. Within seconds, you have a fresh mint scent, sitting right where mosquitoes often land first. Peppermint is also one of the easiest herbs to grow in America. It can survive in USDA zones 3 through 11, which means almost every state can grow it. It likes regular water, tolerates partial sun, and grows quickly once established. But here's the warning you cannot ignore. Never plant peppermint freely in an open garden bed. It spreads aggressively through underground runners. If you give it open soil, it may take over nearby herbs, flowers, and even parts of the lawn. The solution is simple. Grow peppermint in a pot. Put one container near your outdoor seating area, one near the patio steps, and one near the back door. If you want it in a garden bed, bury the whole pot so the rim stays slightly above the soil. Peppermint gives you quick personal scent protection, fresh leaves for tea, and a natural way to make your sitting area less attractive to mosquitoes. Plant number 7, catnip. Yes, the same catnip that makes cats roll around on the floor can also help make mosquitoes leave your outdoor space alone. Catnip contains nipetolactone, the compound responsible for its famous effect on cats. Researchers have also studied nipetolactone for insect repelling activity, and one widely cited lab study from Iowa State University reported that catnip oil repelled mosquitoes far more effectively than DEET under certain test conditions. That does not mean you should throw away every proven repellent, especially in areas with mosquito-borne disease, but it does mean catnip deserves serious attention as part of a natural yard strategy. The scent works by affecting the way insects process chemical signals. Mosquitoes rely on smell to locate a warm body. When catnip is nearby, that signal becomes less attractive and more confusing, so they are more likely to avoid the area. Catnip is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9 and grows quickly from seed or small nursery plants. It produces soft green leaves and small white or purple flowers that can look surprisingly pretty along a sunny edge. But like other members of the mint family, catnip can spread. Grow it in containers, raised planters, or hanging baskets. If you have outdoor cats, hanging baskets are especially useful. The mosquitoes still react to the scent, but the cats cannot flatten the plant on day one. Place catnip near seating areas, porch corners, and the edge of a patio. It is inexpensive, easy to grow, and far more useful than most people realize. Think of one friend or neighbor who fights mosquitoes every summer. Send them this idea before they buy another bottle of spray. Plant number 8, marigolds. Marigolds are the bright orange and yellow flowers many gardeners plant around tomatoes, peppers, and squash. They look cheerful, but they also earn their place because their scent and natural compounds can discourage several common garden pests. The important compound family here is pyrethrum, found most famously in certain chrysanthemum relatives and used as the natural model for many modern pyrethroid insecticides. Marigolds are often discussed in the same protective garden tradition because their strong fragrance and root compounds can help reduce pest pressure, especially around vegetable beds. For mosquitoes, marigolds work best as part of a border strategy. Do not expect one small flower pot to protect an entire backyard. Instead, plant them in groups along patio edges, walkway borders, raised beds, and fence lines. The goal is to create a bright scented boundary insects are less eager to cross. Marigolds are also wonderfully practical. They are cheap, easy to find, and forgiving for beginners. Most garden centers, hardware stores, and even big box stores sell them in spring for just a few dollars. Give them full sun, regular water, and remove faded blooms to keep new flowers coming from late spring until frost. If you grow vegetables, marigolds are even more valuable. Many gardeners use them as companion plants because they can help with nematodes in the soil and may discourage pests that bother tomatoes and peppers. So plant marigolds where beauty and defense can work together, around the patio, beside the vegetable bed, and along the sunny paths your family uses every day. Plant number 9, scented geraniums. This is one of those plants experienced gardeners know, but many beginners walk right past at the nursery. Look for citronella geranium, lemon geranium, or pelargonium citrosum. These scented geraniums have leaves that release a bright citrus fragrance when touched. Their aroma comes from compounds such as citronellal and geraniol, both of which are connected to insect-repelling properties. Geraniol is especially interesting because it is used in some natural mosquito repellent products. That does not mean one geranium will replace a tested repellent in heavy mosquito season, but it does make the plant a smart choice for patios, porch steps, and sunny containers. The best way to use scented geraniums is to place them where people naturally brush against them. Put one by the back door, put another beside a chair, set a pot near the outdoor table. When the leaves are touched, they release more scent into the air. In USDA Zones 10 and 11, scented geraniums can grow outdoors year-round. In Zones 7 through 9, protect them from frost. In colder zones, treat them like houseplants during winter. Bring them indoors. Place them near a sunny window and move them back outside after the weather warms. For quick personal use, crush one leaf gently between your fingers and rub the scent lightly on your skin. It takes 5 seconds, costs nothing after planting, and adds another close-range layer of protection. Plant number 10, alliums. Alliums are the sharp-smelling plants many of us already cook with: garlic, onions, chives, and leeks. Their power comes from sulfur compounds, especially allicin in crushed garlic. That strong smell is not just strong to your nose. It can also make the area less attractive to mosquitoes, flies, aphids, and other soft-bodied pests. The easiest way to use alliums is with chives. Grow them in containers around your patio or near the back door. They come back year after year in many climates, produce pretty purple flowers, and attract pollinators while adding a sharp scent near your seating area. For a simple homemade barrier, crush several garlic cloves, steep them in water overnight, strain the liquid, and spray it lightly around patio edges or nearby plant leaves. Test a small area first, and avoid spraying before heavy sun or on delicate plants. Alliums are cheap, edible, useful, and surprisingly powerful when placed around the outer edge of your mosquito defense system. Plant number 11, pennyroyal. Pennyroyal is another member of the mint family, and it has a long history as an outdoor insect-repelling herb. Its key compound, pelargonium, has a strong scent, which is why this plant should be used carefully and grown in containers. Do not drink pennyroyal tea. Do not use concentrated pennyroyal essential oil, and avoid it during pregnancy. But as a contained patio plant, pennyroyal can add one more sharp aromatic layer near the edges of your yard. Now combine everything into 3 zones. On the outer perimeter, use lemongrass, marigolds, garlic, chives, and alliums. In the middle zone, place lavender, rosemary, scented geraniums, and pennyroyal. In the immediate sitting zone, keep basil, peppermint, lemon balm, and catnip close to chairs, tables, and doors. That is your living mosquito plan. Beautiful, edible, fragrant, and working all summer long without spraying every evening.